Welcome back to part 2 of Secrets of the Vatican that I will be revealing to you that come from an original PDF document that was written about the haunting secrets in the Vatican. While the Vatican holds multiple haunting secrets, I told you guys I would give you 5. I've revealed the first 3. Let's get into the next 2. Secret number 4. This was actually very weird because it was a public occurrence and all of a sudden it was wiped clean. Like, everyone stopped talking about it, news stopped reporting about it, but it happened in 2007 when an orange flying disc flew over the Vatican and stayed there for 8 minutes. This disc hovered for 8 minutes and then disappeared. It was believed that this was a real, actual UFO sighting. What makes it so creepy is that the Vatican has multiple documents about UFOs and aliens being real. It is said that they actually have proof that aliens helped the ancient Sumerian in creating the wheel, irrigation systems, and even the ability to count time down to seconds and minutes. So this report was in 2007, and it was reported in a photograph, multiple photographs that mysteriously disappeared after this event in 2007 when an orange disc was hovering over the Vatican and just stayed there for a certain amount of time and left. This is an actual document that a general put out about UFOs and the Vatican. The print is really small, so I can't read it to you guys, but I will do a separate video on this in its entirety because this to me is the most interesting fact. But let's move on to the next one. The Vatican holds some history that is very, very dark, as well as sinister in nature and just too fucking crazy to be true. Do you know that they actually dug up a corpse of a dead pope and put him on trial? Yes, Pope Stephen VI ordered the exhumption of his predecessor, Pope Formosus, so that his corpse could stand trial for various charges. It is said that during this trial, an earthquake actually struck the Vatican, shaking the very grounds that they were holding this trial on, yet he kept going. They held the dead pope accountable to a multitude of charges, and it said that that man who is yelling and screaming, actually, he was visibly insane. They said he just went on a rant. He was yelling as if the man was alive and could respond, but of course he could not defend himself, but somehow they said he was fit to stand trial. Here's an article where it says that in the middle of that trial, the earthquake shook the room, and this was a clear sign of God according to embellishments of later commentators. So people who recorded this, when they were jotting it down, they said what was going on. So they found him guilty of stealing the throne from the Pope who was actually putting him on trial, but the madness did not end there. Yeah, so after Stephen's victory of convicting a dead man, his victory didn't last long at all. Actually, what they did was they took him, they cut off 3 of his fingers, threw him in prison where he was actually strangled to death. I wish that was the worst to come. So his predecessor after him, now that we know 2 of them are dead, 2 weeks later, the next pope was killed, and only 1 day after that pope was killed, the next pope was killed. So that's 4 popes that were killed in a less than 2-month span. Guys, if you want me to make this a series, I will, because there are more than 5 facts. I will actually put out another video. This one will be a little longer, but it will contain 6 facts. Thanks for watching.